hard to believe how many different stories we're tracking tonight because we are now just days away from a historic impeachment probe vote. Democrats eyeing new avenues, including possible corruption. The reports here are about how Trump is using the presidency to line his own pockets with your money. From Vice President Pence's very odd stay at Trump's Ireland resort to AG Barr dropping $30K at a Trump hotel, and now this reporting that military personnel have been staying at Trump properties, raising eyebrows. Now the powerful Democratic House Oversight Committee is pushing the Pentagon, threatening a new subpoena to get into the details of what was going on these stays. This comes after Politico's Natasha Bertrand reported that Air Force crews stayed at Trump's Turnberry Resort at least 4 times since 2018. Meanwhile, a nearby airport was arranging for transportation to the resort and packing lunches for crew members. All of this factors into the impeachment probe vote this week.
It's a president who is profiting, has turned the White House into a profit-making machine, directing people to stay at his resorts. And I think we have to do what the framers gave us the power to do. And if we don't, we actually are undermining the Constitution.
Trump's allies say whatever the appearance is here, nothing has broken the law, they claim. Some might say this also appears at times like small ball. You have a couple $1,000s in some of these accountings. But look at it like this. Not only is this your money, which you might care how it's spent, but the appearance of impropriety can be quite a bad look, particularly when you recall the larger context. It was Donald Trump's campaign manager brought down on corruption charges, garden variety pocket lining. And as these questions are circling, Trump has promised answers.
I own a lot of different places. Soon you'll find that out. Because I'll be at some point prior to the election, I'm going to be giving out a financial report of me, and it'll be extremely complete.
We turn now to Berit Berger, former federal prosecutor and MSNBC legal analyst. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How about the point that while nobody wants taxpayer dollars misspent, there is a question of, is this the right thing for Democrats to focus on in scale, or does it actually echo the history of a lot of corruption cases, which is sometimes it starts small?
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I mean, this really is sort of garden variety corruption. I mean, what we have here is essentially a violation of the Constitution's emoluments clause, which is a very legalistic way of saying the founders of the Constitution wanted to protect situations of undue influence on the president, but also from the president profiting from holding public office, right? So that means the president is not allowed to accept any money. He's not allowed to profit in any way other than his set salary. Not a penny over. So whether some people say, oh, this is really de minimis, it's only a few $1,000s here or there, that really doesn't make a difference when you look at the heart of it. The president is simply not allowed, while holding public office under our Constitution, to profit from this office. And what we've seen is really a pattern of various emoluments violations, really starting from the minute he took office.
And even if someone is inclined to say, well, I want to give my president the benefit of the doubt, isn't the whole problem with a conflict that it doesn't assume you are ethically challenged? You may be. It assumes that we don't want people in positions of authority where they're deciding on an execution or a bombing or anything else to choose between their self-interest and the public interest.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You're sort of saying, we're not even going to put you in a position where you could make the wrong decision. It's this appearance of impropriety. We want to make sure that we're guarding against that. I mean, I think the root of the issue here, though, is because you have a president who really historically did not divest himself from his businesses. That's really the root of a lot of these problems here when you look at sort of these emoluments violations. Because he still has these conflicts, exactly like you said. He didn't take himself away. He didn't put it in a blind trust. He still has, access to these businesses. So you have these conflicts that are really just ripe for saying that there's something fishy going on here.
My last question for you is the hardest. Okay. Federal prosecutors, as you know, love to stack up their counts. Supersize it, and then maybe you get a deal back. Is that how the Democrats, if they want to go on impeachment, should approach this, or do you think they need to focus?
I think they need to focus really for a matter of timeliness here. I mean, if they want to look at every possible instance of wrongdoing, every obstructive act, every emoluments violation, every potential, act that was improper, they're going to be doing this for the next 5 years. So I think they really have to focus on what they can get done in a short period of time and really try to play their best hand first.
Berit Berger, always interesting learning from you. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.